What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full I kicked your Ash team. Basically these are people who kicked Ash's ass in the anime. Well, some of the main ones. As usual guys, leave your theme team suggestions in the comment section below. Go do it. Smash that like button if you enjoy these videos. Now, this team was an OU/Uber sort of team, so I didn't really get too many good battles with it, but I got one, and that was the main thing. It was a very, very entertaining match. Guys, check out that playlist and see what's done before you actually suggest anything in the comments. And if you want to see what is coming up on this channel, check it out in the paste bin links too. Okay, we have the Rekt lead here. I've got my Meowth lead here, which failed most of the time, but I did actually pull this one off quite nicely here. I did do this same set with a Meowth sweep on a stream a while back. Okay, so I'm going to get hit by the T-Bolt here. I was expecting T-Bolt or Volt Switch from the Rekt. I can see it's already also got the Life Orb there. So I've got Flail on this set, which works quite nicely. It's a nice stab there, and I'm going to get the first kill of the game there. So I was very happy with that. I was actually expecting a DC, which didn't happen, which is good. Okay, Azelf was going to come in here. Well, it's good and it's bad at the same time. Anyway, so I'm going to get U-turned here by the Azelf. I didn't really want to swap anything into it. Azelf can run so many different things. Okay. Anyways, U-turn was quite good because I was thinking I can at least see what Pokemon they swap in, then I can swap in something that'll counter it really nicely. So I thought, let's be a smartass and swap in my Latios here. And I'm gonna, well, I wasn't sure if I lost the speed tie at this point in the game, or I wasn't sure there was Choice Scarf, but either way, I get outsped and Shrek'd by Draco Meteor. So I lose my Latios really early in the game, which wasn't too good there. Okay, so once again, I wasn't sure, it was a 50-50. Right, so I brought in my Pikachu here. I've got knockoff on this. This is running a physical set for once. I thought, well, I could go for knockoff, but since it used Draco Meteor, it may swap. So I thought, let's go for the Volt Tackle anyway. Let's do it. Clefable comes in. I'm like, oh, sweet. This is going to do some nice damage here. I almost take it out, but it's so close. I deserve that kill, but nope. Rip. Okay, anyway, so it's in KO range anyway. That's the main thing. Now, Clefable's going to go for Protect here. That's just stalling. It really can't do anything to me at all. Okay, so I went for Volt Tackle there, and I thought, well, in case it swaps for some odd reason, let's just go for Knockoff. I know that's going to be just enough to take out the Clefable. And the Whimsicott comes in. So I'm like, okay, well, that's pretty good. So whatever annoying item that this thing's got, because it's very annoying in general, it's going to be good to get rid of. So I got rid of the leftovers. That's good. So I was like, it's probably going to be one of those annoying stalling sets, maybe with Leech Seed and those, Giga Drain and everything like that. So I thought, let's swap into my Charizard. This would be a nice swap to try and get rid of the Whimsicott. It sets Leech Seed up on me, so I'm like, okay, it could be a Sub-Seeder as well. That's going to be a pain in the ass. I took a big risk here. I thought I wanted to really try this Charizard. This was a Charizard X, right? I don't use Megas, so enjoy it while you can. I've got Belly Drum on this set because we all know Charizard X doesn't need, its attack is really low, so it needs more attack, right? Right. I was being sarcastic. I hope you realize that. Anyway, so I've got my swap here, and Clefable comes in. I'm going to go for the Belly Drum here, but there's an annoying Leech Seed on the field too, which sucks. So that does half my health, and it maximizes my attack. So I was like, well, this Clefable is probably going to go for Protect. I never saw that one coming. I needed at least to take one Pokemon out. I could have probably just not even Belly Drum there, but I wanted to. It's me. Anyway, so I went for Flame Charge there. That was my way to boost my speed. Even with Jolly Nature, I can get outsped by Choice Scarf Pokemon and just higher base speed. Now, I've got Thunder Punch to hit Water types too, and I got one other Troll move, but I'm not going to tell you that. You're going to have to watch the bloopers to find out about that one. Anyway, so Clefable is going to go down to the Thunder Punch. I almost thought Latios would swap in on my Flame Charge there, and that would be really useless because I'd still not have taken a Pokemon out. Anyways, that goes down, which is really good. Now here I thought I could swap out here, but what if Mega Scissor go for Sword Dance, expecting that? That would be really bad. So I stayed in, went for the Flame Charge there, and it's going to take me out with the Bullet Punch there. Then again, it was the two sort of minds there. I've got a Belly Drum up. Why would I swap out? I'm on low health. Those were the two things I was thinking of at the moment. Anyway, so I've got Blaziken, which I know can scare Scissor off really easy. Now, this is a interesting Blaziken. I've got a Focus Energy on this, and I've got Scope Lens as well, so I'm going to be getting crits all over the place. So going for basically the critting Blaziken here. So I've got Focus Miss, I've got Overheat, so I'm going to maximize the use of its power and not have any, be affected by the drops as well. And I think I had Hidden Power Hidden power ice or something on this. Anyway, so I've got speed boost here, and that's going to boost up my speed in there nicely. Now, since I was super effective against this Whimsicott in typing, but it was really annoying because it had substitute and it had leech seed like I kind of thought it would. So this is really, since I missed before, that's really going to hurt because then it can just keep using substitute and stalling the shit out of me, basically. Okay, so I get a crit there on the sub. Of course I did. Now I was like, am I just gonna bring it all the way down to its sub, or am I gonna swap here? I was like, this is probably gonna be pointless because it's just gonna keep going sub and leech seeding and getting most of its health back, and I'm just gonna eventually die. So I thought, here, bugger it, let's swap out here. I need to save Blaziken maybe for later on or something like that. So I brought in my Pikachu here. I was like, I need to get some damage on this thing. It's being a little bitch. It goes for Protect there to try and get some Leech Seed damage there. Okay, so I went for Fake Out, got some good damage on there. And I was like, the only move I can hit it with right is Volt Tackle. I have to get some damage on it and try and sacrifice myself. Does really nice damage there to Whimsicott. That's good. A little bit of recoil. I wasn't sure if it had an attacking move, and it does have Moonblast, so I thought it may have like one move, maybe Giga Drain or something like that. Okay, so Pikachu's down. That's not too bad because I did get some damage on here. Now I can swap in my Blaziken here to try and finish it off. So I was like, well, I can go for the Overheat here. I can go for the Focus Energy again. Like, it's probably going to know what I'm going to do. It's going to set up Sub again. But interestingly, it sets up the Leech Seed. I go for the Overheat. That's going to take the Whimsicott out there. So that's good. That was a really pain in the ass Pokemon. Okay, so I've got 3 down. That's good. So I was actually struggling at this point in the game. So Whimsicott is out the way. I've got my speed boost up here, and I was thinking, well, I've got my scope lens still. There is a small chance that I will get a crit there, and of course it misses. And Azelf is gonna just wreck me with Zen Headbutt there. So I didn't have much to swap into either there. So I've got one more Pokemon left. I know it's I'm really having a tough battle at the moment. I've got this Lucario. Now this is a bulky Lucario. I've got max health, max special defense. Thanks for the justified there, by the way. It's gonna knock off my leftovers. So I've got bulk up, Drain Punch, Rest, and Sleep Talk. So it's very bulky there, and Drain Punch is nice recovery too there. Okay, so I'm obviously aware of its counters to Ghost and everything even before someone says it, but it is fun to use still. Okay, so since I've got a couple of bulk ups up, I'm taking that physical Azelf's Zen Headbutts quite nicely. I'd say they probably are going for a flinch here. So I haven't revealed that I got Rest here. I definitely went for Rest this turn, and I tanked that nicely. And I'm going to get flinch. I get the Rest off, so that's really good. So I know Azelf is probably not going to want to stay in this matchup here. The Pokemon I was mainly worried about was Latios. Did have something that was really powerful against me. I've got a lot of bulk ups up. You know, I feel like I can resist this main stab dragon. Anyway, they're going to swap out with the U-turn. Latios is going to come in here. I'm hoping, this would be really cool if I can get a Drain Punch off. I can definitely dent it at least half its health there. And Lucario gets bulk up instead, which isn't too bad. Well, at least I didn't get Rest, right? I know you were thinking that. Anyway, so I got bulk up. That's good. So I'm going to be, my attacks are going to hit harder. Now the Latios here goes for Draco Meteor. I'm like, okay, that's not going to do very much to a especially defensive Lucario. It actually still does quite a lot considering it's not very effective. So they probably figured out their max special defense after that, because normally that to Lucario that would have done 3/4 anyway. Okay, so going for the Rest, Sleep Talk again, I get bulk up again. So I'm like, I need to get an attack now. I've got enough boost, easy to hit these Pokemon. So here I'm going for the Drain Punch now that I woke up. Latios actually swaps out there. So I'm not sure if I had anything to hit me with. Right, so Azelf is going to come in there and get hit in the face with a Drain Punch there. So that does like loads to it. I get all my health back. That's good. Now it's going to go for the Zen Headbutt again. So it's going to try and use that flinch thing against me. It does like nothing, which is really good. I don't get flinch, and I'm going to take the Azelf out there with the Drain Punch. So Lucario is really pulling through at the moment, getting rid of these Pokemon. So there's only 2 Pokemon left. There's the Mega Scissor, and there's the Latios, which I wasn't sure which had anything to hit me, right? So in it comes again. I was like, maybe it's Choice Scarf. Then it's going to go for the Psyshock. So I'm like, okay, that's not going to do too much after the bulk ups. So actually, in actual fact, Draco Meteor did more than Psyshock did. Okay, so Drain Punch does like loads of damage there. I'm like, okay, well this thing is definitely Choice Scarf. Then it goes for Thunderbolt. So I'm like, okay, so early on in the match, I did lose the fucking speed tie. Okay, so anyway, going for the Drain Punch here. Latios has absolutely nothing to hit my bulky Lucario with, as we've just seen there. So that's going to be Latios down. So the last Pokemon was the Scizor. The only thing I was really fearing from it was like a critical hit from Superpower if it was running, or Brick Break or something like that. Other than that, I gave no fucks at all. Anyway, so I hit it really hard there with the Drain Punch, doing a little bit more than 3/4 of its health, and it's going to go for the Sword Dance. So clearly it only had like Bullet Punch, because that's the only thing it can do after this. And that is game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really did, if I do say so myself, clutch back there with the Lucario. I had a very tough battle at the start. I was very happy though. I got to try out a lot of things. Make sure you stick around for the blooper though. It is quite funny there. If you haven't checked out my other videos, make sure you do so too, guys. Peace out.